quickly checking the results from those first leg rides. And indeed, both of the outfits that had wins first time out up against each other in race 21. So a chance for other riders to score well here. Mike Reed goes in this one. He's sitting on grid 4 with Mark Hopkins in the chair. Tony Cook and Anders McFarlane, they go in grid 1. Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd go in grid 2. Lester Ant Goodwin go in grid 3. Mike Reed in 4 I've mentioned. Number 7 is replaced by number 23, Tony Stark. So away they go, and Mike Reed has made a very good start. Oh, see that Lester Goodwin's gone well on the inside as well, and it is Lester that's got himself to the front. Mike Reed trying to stay with him though, looks for the line on the outside of the bend. Up the back straight they go, and Lester Goodwin, there's problems on the line for Tony Cook. Now he pushes off into the centre green. And Lester Goodwin it is that leads from Mike Reed in second. Paul Moorcock and John Cook in third place at the moment. Closing on the back wheel of Mike Reed. That could push Mike Reed on a bit to make sure that Lester Goodwin doesn't get too far away from him. And off that top turn they come. Lester Goodwin still with that lead from Mike Reed and Nathan Hibbs. That's how they stay at the moment. But Mike Reed looks to have got a second wind. He goes up the back straight and gets a lot closer to the early leader, Lester Goodwin. Got one more lap to go when they come round past me. And Mike Reed is certainly a lot closer. I mentioned that Paul Moorcock was perhaps pushing them on a little bit. They've responded to that. Nathan Hibbs very quickly getting used to this role of sidecar passenger. Out for the very first time today. Very credible. As he goes into that top bend, Lester Goodwin looks to have done enough though as he comes off that top turn. Looks over his shoulder. Lester Goodwin it is that wins from Mike Reed in second, from Paul Moorcock in third. Well, of course we know that number 21, Nick Radley, had 14 points coming into that third ride. He now adds 7 to it. He's got 21 points overall. Closest to him was in fact number 56, Wayne Reed and Clive Preston who go in this one. Also number 3, Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. They're on 12 and 11 points respectively. All away we go. Lester Goodwin right on the outside. He's been forced to stay wide as they cut into that first turn. Let's see who it is that's made the break into that first turn. But Wayne it is has got away. Wayne Reed and Clive Preston up that back straight. They hold the lead. It's all closing up at third, fourth and fifth. It's getting very tight on that top bend as they come down past us for the first time. It is Wayne Reed the lead from Lester Goodwin in second, from Raz Palmer in third. All three of these capable of getting enough points to get into the final as they go round that pit bend for the second time. Wayne Reed it is that goes up the back straight, leading from Lester Goodwin. Lester Goodwin closing all the time though as they go into that top turn. Raz Palmer trying to stay with them as they go round that top bend. Well, he's under pressure now for that third place, but Wayne Reed and Clive Preston holding the lead into this ride that came in with 12 points. This will be another 7 points for them if they get this one. And Lester Goodwin trying everything he can to stop him getting that maximum points as he closes the gap going up the back straight. Here comes the challenge. Lester Goodwin has closed right up on Wayne Reed as they come out of that top turn. One more lap to go. Lester has certainly let him know that he's there. Raz Palmer looks very comfortable in that third place now. I just wonder if there's going to be a challenge, or is Lester going to be happy with this second place? Top turn they go. going into the bend, but Wayne gets it in line quicker and gets out of the bend that much quicker. Wayne takes it as Lester Goodwin gets second, Raz Palmer in third. So race 41, the final of the 500cc sidecar, number 21, Nick Radley and Craig Matheson. 56 is Wayne Reed and Clive Preston. 3 is Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. 57 is Mike Reed and Nathan Hibbs. 71, Raz Palmer and Danny Hogg. 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock and John Cook. So Raz Palmer right on the outside, I can see. Mike Reed just about centre grid. Next to him, Wayne Reed. So, where has Nick Radley got to go? He looks as if he's going on effectively gate 4, which is very centre of the circuit. I think what Raz will be gambling on is that he can keep it fast and furious on the outside, and they'll get themselves all tangled up on the inside of it. So the 500cc sidecar final. Starter lines them up, looks happy, moves away. Up go the tapes, and as they get underway, Wayne Reed has made a very good start on the inside, and I think it is Wayne Reed that's got to the front as he goes that first turn. It certainly is, but he's got other outfits there with him trying to go around the outside. Is that Raz Palmer that's gone all the way round? I think it is Raz that's gone the long way round as they go up that back straight. Oh, Wayne has got the inside line, he's holding that inside. But as we watch to see them come off that top turn, it is indeed Raz Palmer that's got the lead. Raz Palmer on the outside, Wayne Reed on the inside of him. Nick Radley is in there as well in that third place. And Raz Palmer certainly done everything that I expected him to do. He went on the outside line. Now the gamble is that he's got that space on the inside, and that's exactly what's happened because he was forced to stay wide. And Nick Radley has got up the inside of him and got into second. Very, very close to Wayne Reed. He'll be forced to make the decisions now whether he's going to go wide or cut back on the inside. Wayne Reed now knows he's there. Nick Radley it is that's got that second base. He's got to make all the decisions. Does he stay wide? Does he try and gamble to get in on the inside? He's gone for the wide line. He's gone all the way around the outside. That's tremendous ride from Nick Radley to get himself in front. Nick Radley and Craig Matheson done it the hard way. They've done it the long way. But it's a very quick line on that outside this afternoon, and they've got themselves in front. Wayne Reed tries to come back at him. Still sitting there in second. Lester Goodwin has got up into third. Raz Palmer in fourth at the moment. I still don't think it's over at the front though. Wayne Reed is very, very close to Nick Radley, and Wayne Reed's having a go. Wayne Reed goes up the inside. He's looking for the line to get into that top end. He's had to slow going into the top end. Now he'll be gambling that Nick has overdone it. But Nick is holding a very, very good line. I think he's done enough as they come to the checkered flag. Nick Radley gets it. Terrific 500cc sidecar final. Wayne Reed with second, Lester Goodwin with third, Raz Palmer with fourth. In the 500 sidecar class, we'll start with third place once again, and it's always good to see these guys up on stage. Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. He's got the goodies, not me.
There you go. Congratulations.
Lester, I've got to ask you, what everybody keeps saying to me is you're doing an incredible amount of travelling at the moment. It's been a busy weekend, I understand.
Very busy. I'd just like to thank my two drivers for last night for eventually getting us here. They drove all through the night. We didn't leave the track till 12 o'clock last night, and they got home a big thank you for getting us here eventually. It was very hard work, and I'm ready for bed now.
Yeah, I bet. And if I can just say quickly to Anthony, I mean, busy life, a lot of travelling, but enjoyable.
Oh, very enjoyable. No one enjoys travelling, but the racing that comes with it makes it all worthwhile.
Well, indeed, a great result today. Sorry, it's only third place, but you're up here.
It stings. Lovely. Thanks, boys. I have my mouth open. Thanks very much. We can say those on the way home.
Well done, guys. Thank you very much for 60 seconds.
Number 11 is Jojo van der Werf and Eric van Dijk from Holland. Outfit number 11. 69 is Scott Francis and John Skinner. John, of course, passenger to his dad, usually with Fred Skinner in the right-handers. Tony Stark gets a good start from the outside. And into the lead he goes, the former solo rider. Very versatile, as I said, got on the chair yesterday. Tony Stark then leads this one, number 23. And a lot expected of the Dutchman, but he's quite a way back. So Tony Stark it is, followed by number 3, Lester Ant Goodwin. Then number 69, Scott Francis and John Skinner. And Jojo van der Werf and Eric van Dijk are back. Well, Tony Stark looking very, very impressive here. And certainly got the beating of Lester Goodwin with Scott Francis, the former Southwestern Centre 500cc champion, holding 3rd place. Well, the Dutchman there, Jojo van der Werf, is at the back. Yellow-black flag goes out onto the final lap. And well, Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin are actually closing on Tony Stark and his passenger Peter Haldane. We may see a change, but Tony Stark is looking very impressive, but keeping him a watching brief there in 2nd place and following all the way around there, number 3. And it's not going to change, it's going to be a win for 23. He's pleased with that one, hand goes in the air for Tony. So 23, 3 and 69, and number 11. Number 3 then, first one up is Lester and Anthony Goodwin. As they get the groove ready for their race. We've heard Chris Johnson's got problems, so he won't be out again, unfortunately, in the solos. So riders in on the line. Watch for number 21 and 3 in the centre of the track. '21 there, Nick Radley and Craig Matthijssen got a good start. But as they battle around towards us, we have the 2 outfits that have broken away. Nick Radley and of course number 3, Lester Goodwin, are the ones out front. Nick Radley, followed by Lester Goodwin. Then it's number 69, Scott Francis next. And again, Mike Reed at the back. So Mike not having a good time at all. Well, Nick Radley certainly pulling away, certainly doing the business here. Nick well clear of Lester Goodwin. So Lester Goodwin with work to do, but it is Nick Radley who's taken total control of this race. So Nick Radley and Craig Matthijssen from the Eastern Centre out in front. The yellow and black flag goes out. Still Lester Goodwin in 2nd, Scott Francis in 3rd, Mike Reed in 4th. So no change there. But you have to say that Nick Radley looks very, very impressive today. And dominating this 500 sidecar race number 15. Checker flag goes to number 21, Nick Radley. Lester Goodwin 2nd, Scott Francis 3rd, and Mike Reed in 4th place. We've got number 3, obviously Lester and Anthony Goodwin have got their problems sorted out there in this one. And then it's the veteran there, Mike Reed. Mike and Mark Hopkins not had a good day today, but they're in the semi-finals. Mark Detz didn't get a very good start. He's been left in the pack, so this will make it very, very interesting. In fact, he's back in 5th place, would you believe? Well, this is a real surprise here to see Mark Detz so far down the field after dominating the racing. The Goodwin's lead, Tony Stark 2nd, Wayne Reed 3rd, Andy Harrison 4th, then Mark Detz, and then it is Mike Reed. Well, this could really open out the points now, because obviously points count here in the semi-finals. But the Goodwins making up for lost ground in the points now. Lester and Anthony Goodwin out in front. Tony Stark still there in 2nd, with Wayne Reed chasing. Wayne Reed's had over the past 4 or 5 years has had some tremendous battles with Tony Stark, and he's chasing there in 3rd place. And of course it shows that the 500 sidecars could be wide open, but look at Mark Detz right back down in 5th place. Tony Stark now coming under pressure. Wayne Reed comes up the inside. Wayne tries to get through the inside. Tony Stark holds him off as they go down that back straight from us, and Wayne Reed comes alongside, tries to come alongside, doesn't quite succeed. Tony Stark holds him back, and he's going in very, very quick into the corner, and he's got him. He's got through into 2nd place. Wayne Reed ahead of Tony Stark. Down to checker flag. 3:56 and 23. Medical staff, you are required where the riders go in off the racetrack, please. Right, we're ready with the 500 sidecar final. Off the line they go, and what a flyer for the Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman are there, number 4. As they disappear into the dust, it is the outfit number 4, Wilfred Detz and Danny Detz there. And the other Detz, Mark Detz, is fighting his way through. He's up into 4th place. So it's Dutch boys versus the Brits. Wayne Reed has also got his best start of the day, and he's chasing the Dutchman as they come down towards us. It's number 4, Wilfred Detz and Danny Detz, followed by Wayne Reed. Then it's Lester Goodwin, followed by Tony Stark, then Mark Detz. And would you believe it, one of the red-hot favourites, number 21, Nick Radley, is coasting at the back. And, well, the battle's on here for the Danebury Aces sidecar 500cc final. And, yeah. Number 4 then, the Dutchman, followed by Wayne Reed, then Lester Goodwin, Tony Stark, Mark Detz is next. And number 21 still coasting. Well, what about this? What a surreal surprise. Wayne Reed up there in 2nd place in the Danebury Aces final against the Dutch boys here. 1 lap to go for Wilfred and Danny Detz from Holland. They've come over here and racing at Danebury for the very first time. And Wayne Reed is chasing. He's going to chase him all the way to the checkered flag, and he's closing in. Wayne Reed closing in on the Dutchman now. He's keeping a tight line as they come down towards the checkered flag. It's going to be close, but it's going to be number 4. The Detz boys get there. Wayne Reed gets next. Then it's Lester Goodwin. Then Tony Stark in 4th. Then it's Mark Detz, who faded off towards the end of this meeting after winning all his races earlier on. Nick Radley coasting in for 6th place.
And in 3rd place, it was Lester and Anthony Goodwin. They're right behind you, Basil. There you go. There you go, gents. He's already dropped part of your trophy over here. There you go. Trophies there from Basil March for Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. Whoop. While the garlands are going on, congratulations on your 3rd place.
Thank you.
Was it as good as you expected? Because you didn't start off too well today, did you?
No, I started off rubbish actually, and as the day went on, sort of things sorted themselves out and come good at the end.
Yeah, I bet you're pleased to get that 3rd place, because there was a few others that were going very quick, and a couple of the ones, the front runners in the beginning, didn't get in the top 3.
Yeah, I think what it was, if just the track was brilliant, but the stones, if you got out in front, it just made it so much easier. So if you made the gate, you were going to do well. So,
well, congratulations on your 3rd place.
First race of the afternoon on this brand new circuit here at Capel Classic, and we get the 500 sidecars underway, and let's pick it up for you as they come past me for the first time. It is very distinctive outfit number 3 that's got himself straight into the lead as they go into that first turn, and what a lead. Number 3, Lester Goodwin, and to the liking of Lester Goodwin. Turns into the pit then for the first time, jumps. As he then comes down past me, we can pick up the riders if they try and close that gap on him. Looks like we're going to get a change in 2nd place. Tony Cook being pursued by Nick Radley and Craig Matheson. Nick has had a very good season this year. Very pleased with the performance he's had 4 times out in Europe. Some very good results. But there's no stopping Lester Goodwin at the moment. He looks in determined mood this afternoon and comes down past me, comfortably leading. From now the established 2nd place, Tony Cook and Peter Hollendane. Well, Nick deciding it is to try the outside line. We'll have conversation about that coming up in practice. Go around the outside, but that's all cleared by the machinery during the interval. And I think Nick is just giving it a try then to see if he can keep the speed on what I consider to be those 2 bends at the bottom there. 1 more lap to go then for Lester Goodwin as he sets the pace for this afternoon, and Tony Cook can only chase. My eyes really are on Nick Radley. He's held a tight line once again, but he decided perhaps those wide lines not the way to go. Closes the gap as he goes up the back straight. Will there be a challenge on the last turn? I'm sure a lot of you are as disappointed as I am to see the very, very quick Wayne Reed back there in 5th place. But the checker flag goes for Lester Goodwin. There's a challenge to the line, and Nick Radley has done it on that last turn. And we look for the early winners. Number 3, Lester Goodwin, he goes in race 11. Number 72 was also a winner. Shaun Harvey goes in race 12. So, 2 top point scorers from the first leg only in the 2nd ride. Second to Lester Goodwin was number 21, Nick Radley. He goes in race 12. Second to Shaun Harvey was number 118, Scott Dunn. He actually goes up against Lester Goodwin this time. But, not forgetting, we've got Tony Cook, Wayne Reed, Keith Richards and Tony Stark. Have they changed anything at all during these 2 races? Oh, indeed, as I say that, you can see that Wayne Reed's made a much, much better start this time. Oh, we didn't expect to see Wayne right down there amongst the tail end of his first ride, and he's made a much, much better start this time. Lester Goodwin comes back at him though, and it's Lester Goodwin that's got to the front. Oh, can Wayne Reed come back at him? Lester Goodwin, who had a win first time out, comes off that pit bend. Certainly got the measure of the circuit. And Lester Goodwin. Competition now with Wayne Reed and Nathan Hibbs still there in 2nd place. Much better ride this time than they had first time out. No arm to the Lester Goodwin. Oh, Tony Cook sitting there in third. He looks over his shoulder. He's got Tony Stark trying to get close to him. No challenge at the moment. It's a big, big circuit for Sidecar. Definitely has a good result with somebody riding out there on the continent this year. One more lap to go for Lester Goodwin to make it 2 out of 2 as Wayne Reid is still there and close to him. Tony Cook still holding third and Tony Stark, the rider that's trying to make something of that. That far side, I think it's going to be how it stays. Lester Goodwin does look to have got the measure of the circuit. Not sure he made too many changes between that first and second ride, but whatever, he's quick enough to make it 2 out of 2. As I mentioned there, we've been told there is an interval after race 29. Hopefully that's to allow us time to collate all the points and find out exactly who goes in which final. And for you, a chance to have a wander round. Grasstrack are here in abundance. They've got a stall there where they're saying to me that the mini moto that they've been displaying all season will be drawn for next Sunday at the Bonfire Burnup. That big, big finale to the season. The grand draw, which if you haven't bought tickets for that mini moto, the tickets are £1. All goes into the Grasstrack funds, of course. It's donated the mini moto Capel. So if you'd like to win it, you've got to be in it to win it. You've got to buy a ticket. They're £1 each, and it will be drawn next Sunday at the Bonfire Burnup. We're underway with race 22, the last of the qualifying rides for the 500cc sidecars. And Nick Radley's made a very good start and got himself into the front. Now, can he put the gun amongst them? Can he get enough points? Because of course he had that stop in his second ride. And he goes into that pit bend leading. Shaun Harvey's in second place at the moment. Lester Goodwin back in third. But it is Nick Radley. So although Lester had a very good start to the day, and indeed Shaun Harvey had maximum points from 2 rides, both of them now having to trail Nick Radley. Oh, a much, much better ride from Nick this time, as really those two have pulled away from Lester Goodwin in third. Nick Radley it is. It's gone wide, he's left a gap for Shaun Harvey. Shaun Harvey's seen it. So Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg get themselves to the front. Oh, that was a good pit corner for Shaun Harvey. He saw half a gap, he made it a complete gap, and he got himself through it. So Nick Radley and Craig Matthijssen sit there in second place. They've now got Lester Goodwin closing down on them. Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin still there in third. Making sure of a place in that final. 3 rides unbeaten. Number 72, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. There goes the checkered flag for them. Race 22 completed. Now Nick Radley gets second, Lester Goodwin in third. So the next one we move on to is the 500cc sidecar final. This one over 4 laps. The 500cc sidecar final contested between number 72, that of course is top point scorer Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. Number 3, Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin. Number 56, Wayne Reid and Nathan Hill. Number 57, Mike Reid and Mark Hopkins. Number 10, Tony Cook and Peter Haldane. And number 118, Scott Dunn. They're underway. This is the final for the 500cc sidecar. Lester Goodwin's made a brilliant start. Shaun Harvey goes after him as they go into that first turn, but it's Lester Goodwin that's gone very wide on that first turn. Shaun Harvey's trying to stay with him as they go up that back straight. Shaun Harvey, watch for him in second place as Lester Goodwin is trying to set the pace. He's trying to get away. He streams down that back straight and into the pit bend very, very quickly indeed. He's gone wide again though. That's the problem. If you go in too quick, it will force you to go wide. Shaun Harvey's trying to go for the tight lines. Wayne Reid is up in third place, leading the rest of the field, but it's really all eyes on those front two. Shaun Harvey sitting there in second place, looking to see if Lester will make any mistakes. Will he go wide? Will he create a gap? Well, you can see that Shaun Harvey just almost lost the drive there as he went down that back straight. But as they come round this pit bend, Shaun Harvey again has got a much, much tighter line. Lester Goodwin, Ant Goodwin, doing everything right at the moment. They're staying in front. I'm sure he'll want to try and hold a slightly tighter line, not to allow any gaps to fall. And Shaun Harvey's seen it again. He's seen the gap and he's gone through. Shaun Harvey goes through into the lead. Lester Goodwin left the gap and Shaun Harvey is taking advantage as they go into this pit turn. Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg it is that get to the front. One more lap to go. Can Lester Goodwin come back at them? Oh, incredibly, there's a gap there in that first and second place. Now that Shaun Harvey's got in front, he's pulling away. Lester Goodwin's got a better line then coming around that top turn, but he's lost the ground on Shaun Harvey, and Shaun really is pulling away. Into the pit bend he goes for the last time. It'll be the checkered flag this time. Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg take the win. Lester and Ant Goodwin take second. Wayne Reed and Nathan Hoops take third. Oh, that was all a question of how long Lester Goodwin could hang on. Joining them up here on the rostrum in second place, Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin.
Thanks very much. My voice started a bit. And that's
Well done guys, thanks very much indeed. We start with race 1 in your programme, the 500cc International Sidecars. And already at the line, you can see number 5, that's Wayne Reed and Clive Preston. Outfit number 4, Barry Bennett and Steve George. Anxiously looking at that pit gate to see where the rest of the crews are. I can see a bike being pushed out, but no rider and passenger with it at the moment. Well, it's fantastic to see so many of you here this afternoon. I can see that we've got people all around the circuit, and I do believe that what the riders have said to me this morning about the circuit being very, very hard underneath. Colin was just saying to me that yesterday they had the junior burn up on the inside of the track, and by the end of the day there was actually dust clouds appearing. It seems incredible at this time of year. It's always a big gamble for the burn up, and it looks as if this year the gamble has paid off and we've got fantastic weather. Right on the inside then, Henrik Matthijssen. And number 7, William Nathalie Matthijssen. It is our own Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin that are the last ones to come into line, so all 6 outfits. Natalie not happy with something, moves the little cone marker. So we line up then for the first race of the day for the 2006 Bonfire Burnup as they get underway. Looking to see if Lester's made it from the inside, but it is right on the outside. Going into that first turn they get themselves sorted out, and that was a very, very good start. Lester Goodwin looking to come through on the outside as they go down that back straight, though 3 outfits together as they go into the pit turn for the first time. So quickly getting the measure of the circuit as they come up past me. The lead looks like being changed. And it is William and Nathalie Matthijssen that have got themselves to the front. Well, an excellent pit turn for William Matthijssen as he's got himself to the front. And now the rest have got to do the catching and just go down that back straight in front of the pits. And already Matthijssen starting to stamp his authority as he goes round that pit bend for the second time. A few changes a little bit further down. Still again looking for Lester Goodwin. Trying to get past Scott Dunn and Adam Young. Scott Dunn holding that second, but Lester being forced to go wide. You can see he's left a gap on the inside as well. That's the danger of going around the outside, but Lester Goodwin pushing every inch of the way. Desperately trying to get that second place. There doesn't look to be any catching William Matthijssen as he's got away. It really is all eyes on this second place at the moment. Scott Dunn still just about holding it, but he knows he's got Lester Goodwin breathing down the exhaust pipe. Again you can see that Lester was forced to go wide. There was no way through on the inside. Scott Dunn now knows he's there, and it's all getting very, very tight. All three outfits together, and they've collided going into that pit turn. Lester Goodwin's got the better of it though, and he's got up in second place. That's how it's going to finish. William Nathalie gets the win. It was Wayne Reed that was in there in the action as well. He got himself into third, and Scott Dunn, the unlucky one that loses out from that second to fourth. So both those early winners go against each other in race 9. And I'm expecting to see a replacement for Nick Radley. So 10 I can see, that's Keith Drury. 7 I can see. And number 5, Wayne Reed, is coming to the line. And indeed, the replacement for Nick Radley is number 57, Mike Reed. So the riders being brought into line. Remind you again, the replacement for Nick Radley, number 21, is number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. They take up grid 3. Keith Drury being told he's got to come into grid 4. He now comes into line, and right on the outside is Lester Goodwin. He had a second first time out. So he's got the long, long way around that first turn. Well, he's got the speed and he gets underway. He just edges himself in front of Wayne Reed as he goes into that first turn. It is Lester from the outside gate that's got himself to the front. Wayne Reed slots into that second place as the rest of the outfits sort themselves out coming out of that first turn. Well, indeed, Lester Goodwin got the drive on quickly going down that back straight, and he's got himself a good lead as he comes round that pit bend for the first time. Up past me they come then. Lester Goodwin. Wayne Reed looks to have lost down on that pit turn. He's lost that second place. But Lester Goodwin does look to be very much in control, as indeed I was expecting a battle between William Nathalie Matthijssen and Sven Holsten, who both had wins first time out. But Lester Goodwin has certainly split them up this time. Indeed, I'm looking for Sven Holsten. He's way back in 5th place at the moment, not where I was expecting to see him. Well, this is an excellent ride from Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin as they come round that pit bend once again. They'll see the last lap flag this time as they come past me. William Nathalie Matthijssen with Wayne Reed in 3rd place. Well, there is a big gap, but you can see that Sven Holsten is desperately trying to get that 4th place. There's a good scrap going on for that 4th and 5th. And as I'm looking to the front now, you can see that William Nathalie Matthijssen have closed the gap, but I think Lester Goodwin's done enough. You'll see the checkered flag this time, and Goodwin taps him on the shoulder. We know he's done enough. That's a good win for Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin. And you'll find eventually on page 19, race 17. So if we turn our attention to the 500 sidecars for a moment, an interesting thing has developed after 2 legs, because we've got outfit number 3, Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin, who go in this one. They're equal on 12 points with number 72, Shaun Harvey, who also goes in this one, and number 7, William Nathalie Matthijssen. And we've got no Nick Radley, of course, in this one. His place being taken by Mike Reed, number 57. And right on this outside gate, we've got number 10, Keith Drury. So, 6 outfits to the line. The starter's happy. He moves away up to the gate. We get underway. And it is Lester Goodwin has made a very good start on the inside. Well, you can see the best of the starts has been taken from this outside gate. Shaun Harvey I can see moving through into that 2nd place at the moment. And I'm thinking that's Mike Reed that's got himself to the front at the moment. As we check those numbers as they come round, it is Mike Reed that's got himself to the front, and this is a good ride for Mike Reed. Shaun Harvey in 2nd. Lester Goodwin's got a lot of work to do. Remember, he's top of the point scoring chart along with Shaun Harvey. As we look to that far side, Mike Reed, who I'm sure was disappointed he wasn't in the original lineup, but he's got himself into the meeting and looked to be going well. Shaun Harvey's found a way around the outside. There's problems for Team Drury and Reinhard Schubert as they pull off. But Shaun Harvey has got himself to be in the position he exactly wants to be. Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg leading as they go around that pit bend. The early leader, Mike Reed, back in third place now, as second place has been taken by Lester Goodwin. Wayne Reed trying to get in on the action as well now. He's sitting in fourth place at the moment, chasing after Mike Reed in that third place. Now, can Lester Goodwin do anything? Closes up going into that pit bend. This is the last turn. It's going to be another victory for Shaun Harvey. They take it from Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin, still keeping the pressure on. So, the last qualifying ride for the 500cc International Sidecars, and as I mentioned, all the top point scorers go together here. We've got number 72, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg, 19 points from 2 rides. We've also got William Nathalie Matthijssen, they've got 19 points from 2 rides. Number 3, Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin, they've got 17 points from 2 rides. 3 rides indeed, I should say. We've seen number 9, Wilfred Detz and Denny Zetz, they've scored in race 25. And they get underway, and it's Lester Goodwin has made a very good start as they go into that first turn. He's right on the inside, and I think that's William and Nathalie Matthijssen that have got the break on them in that first turn. And they've got the best of it going into this pit turn. They'll come round past me for the first time, and it is outfit number 7. They're right up there amongst the top 20. There's William and Nathalie Matthijssen. Number 3, Lester Goodwin, sitting in a good second place. I'm sure he'll know that that second place is good enough to get him into the final. He's on 17 points from 3 rides. And he doesn't look to have an answer to William Nathalie. Wayne Reed, he might be in with an outside chance of getting into this final. He's sitting in third place at the moment, so that's what, 4 points scored from this one if they stay as they are. 4 will add to his 11 and give him 15, so he's going to be there and thereabouts. But no denying that I'll bring you definitely in that final. A good ride once again from Willem and Nathalie Matthijssen. And Lester and Ant Goodwin sitting there in a comfortable second place. I think they probably now know that that's enough to get them into the final, as we will see the checkered flag for them this time as they come round. Goodwin once again for Nathalie Matthijssen. Lester Goodwin getting that second place. Competing to get the 2006 title, we've got Willem and Nathalie Matthijssen. We've got Shaun Harvey and passenger Danny Hogg. We've got Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin. We've got Scott Dunn and Adam Young. We've got Wilfred Detz and Denny Detz. We've got Wayne Reed in there again. Can he do it again? Wayne Reed and Clive Preston, a good English contingent. We've got Wilfred, Willem and Nathalie Matthijssen from Holland on the GM motor. And we watch to see them go. As you can see, outfit number 7, Willem and Nathalie Matthijssen have got the outside gate. They're going the long way round. Shaun Harvey is just on the inside of them, but it is Willem that's got to the front. Willem that goes to the front, but Shaun Harvey is right there with him. Shaun Harvey in second place at the moment. We wonder if they can do it. Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. There's a bit of a gap. Willem and Nathalie Matthijssen have pulled away going into this pit turn. Are they going to make it a clean sweep? Remember, it's 6 laps that they've got to keep this pace up. In third place. 2004 winner Wayne Reed is sitting there in 4th place at the moment. The gaps have started to open, and there's no stopping the Flying Dutchman at the moment. Willem and Nathalie Matthijssen. as they come round that pit turn, looking very much in control. It was a brilliant start. He had the first choice of starting gate, and he's chosen to be on the racing line on the outside. He got the great line into that first turn, and although Shaun Harvey was with him to start with, you can see that they are dropping back and the gaps are opening up. There's a bit of a battle developing now for that third place. As you can see, Lester Goodwin's under pressure from Wayne Reid. Wayne taking the inside line, very, very close to the back wheel of Lester Goodwin. Will we be seeing Lester Goodwin up on the rostrum, picking up that third place, or is it going to be Wayne Reid and Clive Preston? They close again going down that back straight. And I just wonder, is Shaun Harvey closing on the early leader? Well, we think that gap has got smaller. Shaun Harvey's definitely closing. It was a big gap, but he definitely is closing it. Well, it'll be last lap for them this time as they come round. And can he do it? Can he do it? He's closed that gap. And now there's all sorts of problems for Shaun Harvey. Well, I mentioned about how hard this surface was. They're all saying that they are losing the drive. You've got to just play with the throttle and keep the line on. Oh, that was a shame, because I thought that Shaun Harvey was definitely closing the gap. But it's going to be checkered flag this time round for the first of the big Bonfire Burn-up Sidecar finals. And as they cross the line all the way from Holland, it is William Nathalie Matthijssen to take it. Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg takes second. And that third place has been hung on to by number 3, Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin. That is the first of our big Bonfire 2006 finals. A start to finish win for William and Nathalie Matthijssen. We start with the international class, as I always like to call them, the 500 chairs. And we start first of all, as we always do, with third place, and finishing in third this afternoon, it's our very own Lester Goodwin and Ant Goodwin.
Oh, we're light, third, eh? Third? Yeah, we're not in the 6. Yeah, from that, mate. Well, well done, Elmer. Thanks.
Well, what can I say, Lester? A tough day's racing.
Yeah, the final was very tough. My arms were hanging out at the end of it, but it was the same for everybody. And the track was absolutely superb today. And like you say, let's hope the promotion had a change of heart and we see it back here again next year.
Well, I think that's going to be the theme of this presentation, because we certainly don't want racing like this to discontinue.
No, certainly not. It proved today the amount of people here, and the racing was absolutely superb, you know. And this is what Grasstrack needs, meetings like these, and with all the foreigners coming over, it makes the racing absolutely superb.
Well, it does indeed. And Ant, I will ask you quickly, you had a great day's racing?
Oh yeah, it's been really enjoyable. Like Lester said, the track's been superb, but that 6-lap final just pulls it out here.
It's called fitness.
That's something I ain't got.
And all to hear on what possibly is more of a circuit they're going to be racing on in the European countries. And we'll look to see if we can get as many as possible English riders into those European finals. As we all know, we've got some very strong competition from Holland and Germany. We just wonder who's going to come through this year. Good to see Trevor Stewart out there. Mike Reid, number 57, has got in the middle of the third gate. Oh, they've got underway, and it is Lester Goodwin on the inside that's made the best of it. He was on the green grass on the inside, but he jumped off that start line. He's got himself into that first turn, leading as he goes down the back straight from in second place, number 57, Mike Reid. So it's those two who go down the back straight, and just as I say that, you can see that Lester Goodwin pulls away a bit going into that pit turn. Does that mean he's going to go very wide? Well, it certainly does, but Mike Reid has stayed there with him. Third place, Chris Salisbury and Mike Tompkins. And Mike Reid is closed on Lester Goodwin. Now, I don't know whether he was looking down at machinery when he went into that pit bend, or whether he was just deciding how he was going to race around that top corner. Maybe not happy with the way things went first lap. But Mike Reid has got a much tighter line on the pit bend, and those two almost together as they go past me. Lester Goodwin tries to close the door going into that top bend. Mike Reid has to throttle off, tucks back in again, looks for that tight line. He's looking to get the speed on down the back straight. And this is where Lester's been going slightly wide on this pit bend. over to Mike Reed, can hold it tight again and get the advantage, but Lester's got a much better turn this time. One more lap to go, and if there were early problems for Lester and Andy Goodwin, they've certainly got things flying now. If you look to that far side of it, those two that have got away from the rest of the field. Checkered flag, first time this afternoon for the 500 sidecars, and taking the very first checkered flag is going to be outfit number 3, Lester and Anthony Goodwin. 57 is Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. 418 Chris Salisbury and Mike Tompkins hold on to that third place. And remind you, it does seem such a long time ago they rode their first leg rides. Remind you that we had wins for Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin, Tony Cook and Richard Phillimore, and interestingly, Lester goes in race 29, the one you've got on the start line at the moment. Race 30, we see Tony Cook and Richard Phillimore. So, are we going to see somebody else having made adjustments, got the bike better set up for this circuit? Who wants to see, because up against Lester Goodwin, who this time is in gate 2. We've got Mike Reed, we've got Wayne Reed, we've got Scott Dunn, Barry Bennett and Trevor Sewell. As they get underway, well, Lester Goodwin has certainly made a very good start off that gate 2. And he's got in very close contention to him. I think it's Scott Dunn, but I'll check that as they come round by me. As it gets very close, those two outfits pull away a little bit, but Mike Reed wants to change that. He's in third place at the moment. But as they come round past me, it was indeed number 118, Scott Dunn and Adam Young, that have got themselves on the inside of Lester Goodwin and got themselves to the front. Mike Reed closing up as well as he looks to be challenging for that second place that Lester Goodwin's got. But he moves on a bit as they go down the back straight. He closes the gap on that current leader, Scott Dunn and Adam Young. Oh, the dust starts to fly on that bottom turn, but Scott Dunn going well. Oh, Lester Goodwin looks to have a go once again, and Lester Goodwin's going through on the inside. Mike Reed looking to follow him as well. I wonder if there's problems for Scott Dunn. He really slowed on that top bend. He's now back in third place. But Lester Goodwin says thank you very much and takes over as he goes into the pit turn, holds a very tight line, one more lap to go to make it 2 out of 2. Mike Reed trying to do something about it as he closes the gap into this top turn. Scott Dunn's back there in that third place now. Alright, I'm sure, on that second place rider, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe, as they've got to try and close the gap on Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. Checkered flag being made ready for them, and Lester Goodwin makes it 2 out of 2. Mike Reed in second, Scott Dunn after that terrific early ride has to be content with third place. Well, indeed it is Trevor Stewart, number 77, has come in, and that looks like Danny Hogg that's jumped into the chair for him. But really I think all eyes are going to be on this one once again between Tony Cook on the outside and Lester Goodwin just inside him. Right close to the doors, and Lester Goodwin has had another good start. Lester Goodwin gets underway. Well, after all of the battle, Trevor Stewart has in fact missed the gate, so he's a long way back from the rest of the field. Down the back straight though. Three trying to stay in contention with Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin as they go into that pit bend, leading comfortably and up past me for the second time. I was looking for Tony Cook, but you can see it's the outfit of number 1, 2, 3. Paul Moorcock and John Cooper have got in that second place as well. Tony Cook pushing hard. But no question about it, Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin look in terrific form. They know this circuit well. Oh, Tony Cook has got himself up into second place, so he's got round the inside of Paul Moorcock and John Cooper. Still there as well. Trevor Stewart a long way back from these four. But as we look to the last lap flag being made ready for the rider that wants to keep it 3 out of 3. Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin lead as they go into that top bend. Tony Cook chasing after them. Bit of a gap now opening up. Trying to have a go to get through on the inside of Paul Moorcock. And as it closes down the last, there's problems for Tony Cook. Tony Cook pulls out with problems. Lester Goodwin takes the win. It means that Paul Moorcock takes the second and Barry Bennett takes the third. And I think Tony's encouraging his passenger to push it across the line and get some points. But Tony's probably hoping it could be something that he could quickly repair and get himself back into that final. And Scott Dunn taking what is effectively gate 4. And this could be interesting. We've got Shaun Harvey taking grid 6. Lester Goodwin effectively had first choice. He's taken grid 5. Now we're looking for other quick riders that have been forced to go in on the inside. That's possibly might read number 57. He's on grid 3. And Tony Cook on grid 2. So the riders ready. The plates go up and we get underway. Lester Goodwin is an absolute flyer. Can he get round that first bend in front? Yes, indeed he can. He goes round that first bend. He gets his nose in front of the canal. He goes down the back straight. Well, it is Lester Goodwin and Hopkins got the gambles absolutely right. They took this 5th grid on the starting gate. They knew if they could get away, they could keep the speed on. It gives them a wider angle going round that first bend. And at the moment, it's number 118 Scott Dunn and Adam Young that are holding second place to them. A good scrap going on down the back straight. So, Tony Cook has moved up in the second place. Can he close down this gap? Because Lester Goodwin has been allowed to get away. But Tony Cook will try and close him down. And Scott Dunn still there in third already. That gap has closed. The gap most certainly has closed. Down the back straight they go. And it will be, of course, last lap flag this time for them. And Lester and Andy Goodwin at the moment have done everything right. One more lap to go. Tony Cook and Richard Philpott trying to close on them all the time. The scraps are going on. And Lester Goodwin has had it right all day. He's made absolutely the right decision on that start line. He will see the checkered flag this time. He knows he's got it. Lester Goodwin and Andy Goodwin take it. Tony Cook and Richard Philpott take second. And that was a good ride indeed from Scott Dunn and Adam Young. But really it was all about that choice of gate. When I sat here and watched him take grid 5, I thought, well, he really has taken a gamble.
The winners of the 500cc International chairs, Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin.
Well done.
Well, we've sorted out a plan of campaign. We've got the Sidecar drivers to sit on the table, lower us right. We don't have to bother with them on the Sidecar.
He said to him earlier on, he said, well, what I get to do is just sort of sit on the table and bend your knees. So he levels it out for the photographer. No, Lester, you don't have to. Just stand it. I love it. Hey, Lester, what can I say? You've ridden this track many, many times. But, I mean, conditions were changing this afternoon. Tough go.
Yeah, very tough. Yeah, it's strange today. It just like was all expecting it to be like the burn-up, but for some unknown reason, you just couldn't ride it the same as the burn-up, and it was a tricky track all day. So, but the club done well keeping the walk down. So it's the same for everybody. So you can't, mate. Just got to get on with it.
Well, indeed you have. I'll let you get up on the rostrum for the final photographs. Let's give it a 1, 2, 3 there. On the 500 International. Scott Dunn and Adam Young, Tony Cook and Richard Philpott, Lester Goodwin, Anthony Goodwin.
Well, I mentioned in the introductions that we got an incredible class of 500, what I call international sidecars. And Lester, there's a lot of competition there tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, like you say, there's good international class here. Like we've got William Nathalie, who's probably the number 1 in Europe at the moment. He's going ever so well, and we've got another couple over from Holland. But they're all there to be beaten. We can beat them, so we just hope we have a good day and we put up a good show against them.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I remember back to the Simon Wall meeting, really the first outing here at Tunbridge, and of course you had a great day then. So you know the circuit very well. I mean, do you think there is any sort of home edge that these foreigners won't know about?
Probably a little bit, but William's rode here before, so he knows the track pretty well. And but from the last meeting, the track's different, and it just depends on the weather. Hopefully the rain will stay away now, and we're in for some really good racing.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. You've hit the nail on the head, really. Everybody's been sweating this afternoon. If the weather holds off, then it promises to be a great night's racing.
Yeah, like I say, the track's in really good shape. They've had no rain here this week, and like I say, I live 20 minutes down the road and we got flooded, so we've been very, very lucky, and this bit of rain we've had today, it's just done us all a good favour, I think.
Oh, excellent. Well, the very best of luck tonight. Hopefully talking to you later.
Thank you.
Cheers. And we start the race programme for 2007 Floodlit event with race 1 in your programme, the 500cc sidecars. And already on the line we've got number 71, Barry Bennett and Ethan Hughes, right on this outside gate. You'll see that the bracketed numbers behind the riders' and passengers' names, that is the grid position that they will take on this start line. For example, Lester Goodwin and no, it's not Anthony Goodwin, of course, Lester Goodwin and Andrew Stevens, they take grid 1. Grid 2, William Matthijssen and Nathalie Matthijssen, they are certainly going to be an outfit to watch tonight. Right next to them, we've got Mark Detz and Linda Vosenschardt. So all eyes on those first 3 gates, 1, 2 and 3, and it's 1, 2 and 3 that get away, and it's William Matthijssen that gets into that first turn ahead of the rest of the field. The 2 that I was predicting are right there with him though as they come out of that first turn, as they sort themselves out going down that back straight. It is William Nathalie that have got away and into that pit turn for the first time, already opening up a gap on the rest of the field. It's very, very tight for that second, third and fourth though, as you can see. At the moment we've got number 7, Mark Detz and Linda Vishloff. So Mark Detz over here for the very first time. The first time he's raced on this circuit here at Tunbridge. He said he races against Willie very, very often. And told me earlier on in the pit that he was going to stay with him. But at the moment, William Matthijssen and Nathalie Matthijssen away from the rest of the field. Still a battle going on for that 3rd, 4th and 5th place. Mark Detz still holding that 2nd place. We're looking for Lester Goodwin to perhaps come and make a challenge. He's sitting in 4th place at the moment. Holds it tight in that pit turn. Looking for the faster line coming up the straight. And I think a lot of eyes will probably be on that battle for 3rd place. Lester Goodwin has got through into that 3rd place. He's just nudged in front of Tony Cook and Richard Phillimore. Well, as I say that, you can see that Tony Cook is trying to come back at Lester going down that back straight. But there's no question about the first race winner. A fantastic ride to open his account tonight for number 1, William Matthijssen and Nathalie Matthijssen. Well, in fact, we're looking at the outfits waiting patiently on this start line. We just heard from the pits that we won't be seeing. Who are we waiting for? I think it's number 7, Barry Bennett, was it perhaps? Nick Radley and Andy Colvin are right on the outside now. They're in grid 5, but of course no Trevor Stewart and Darren Sargent, so they're on the outside. They had a win first time out. Just inside them we've got Lester Goodwin. Oh, they sort themselves out going into that first turn, and it is Nick Radley and Andy Colvin. Lester Goodwin's working his way around the outside though. He's gone for the outside line. Got himself into 2nd. And as they get into that pit turn, Lester Goodwin's gone in very, very quick. Is there a line on the inside coming out of that top bend? Lester Goodwin letting Nick Radley know that he's there. Which way is he going to go? Well, he follows him out of that bottom turn. Both on the same sort of speed going up that back straight, but I'm sure that Lester was quite a bit quicker going into this pit turn. Forced to go wide. Now he cuts back inside though, and he's looking for a line on the inside coming down this finishing straight. I wonder if that's the tactic that he's going to stay with. He's gone in very, very wide on that bottom bend, hopefully to get some more grip off the loose on the outside. Drive him up the back straight, and this time he's got the speed. He closes right up very, very early, going into that pit bend. Again he goes wide on the entrance to the bend, cuts it back in, tries to find a quick line on the inside. He's right behind Nick Radley. And this time you can see that Lester Goodwin has gone the long way round. He's almost made it. There's all sorts of problems for Lester Goodwin. The 2 have locked together. Everybody else goes by them. They're absolutely locked together. They cannot separate themselves. They both come to a halt on the far side. Oh, that's taken out 1 and 2 as the checkered flag goes, and we get a win for outfit number 69, Scott Francis and Mark Toms. Well, it's all beginning to happen in these second leg rides for the 500 sidecars. And all the top point scorers are suffering one problem or another, so the points really are going to be spread about. Well, I've just heard on the radios that they've decided that they can make it to the finishing line, even though they are actually locked together. But of course, they will get 4th and 5th place. And my lap scorers have said in which order. Well, I think we can just see that perhaps Nick Radley is just in front. Oh, we're all anxiously looking to see exactly how they're locked together, but. And back to the pits they go. Well, of course, the rerun of race 21 goes without outfit number 7, Mark Detz and Linda Bishop. Means that they've just got to sit back and see what other points are scored by other riders. To get underway, Shaun Harvey's made a very good start once again. Lester Goodwin slots into that second place as he takes a wide line into the first turn. It's Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg it is that lead as they go down that back straight. Now the interesting thing is that both these two crews had only scored 6 points coming into this last ride. Mike Reed is sitting there in that 3rd place. Barry Bennett in 4th spot at the moment. Lester Goodwin trying to close on Shaun Harvey as they go up that back straight. Those two really pulling away from the rest of the field. Wonder if Lester Goodwin and Stevens can do it. Getting tight coming out of that pit turn. They're much closer to Shaun Harvey this time. Lester Goodwin looks to be going for that very quick outside line. He's driving hard in that bottom turn. He's certainly got the speed on as he goes up that back straight. I think Shaun Harvey is still spinning a little bit coming out of that bottom turn. Oh, this is where Lester's going to attack. He goes in wide and hard. He's really trying to cut that underneath. But I think Shaun Harvey's done enough. He's kept the door shut. Again, you'll see going into that bottom turn that Lester Goodwin has gone a much wider approach into the bend. He's trying to keep the speed on. And Shaun Harvey doing brilliantly at the moment to respond wherever the attacks are coming from. So, last turn, they come to the checkered flag this time. And Shaun Harvey will get the maximum points. Big disappointment that the pre-meeting favourites, Willie and Nathalie Matthijssen, actually didn't even make the reserve position. They were second reserve, so they weren't going to make this B final. I was thinking that maybe they could have got a last-ditch chance to get into this B final, but it wasn't to be, so not the best of nights here tonight for them. But riders that will feel they can win this B final, they'll want to get into the A final. 10 Tony Cook, 7 Mark Detz, 3 Lester Goodwin, 57 Mike Reed, 156 Alan Morgan, and 71 Barry Bennett. Any one of these 6 riders, and passengers of course, can make the A final. There really isn't any other place to be talking about
set right out in front. It's the first over the line, makes that A final and completes the lineup for the 2007 Floodlit Tunbridge meeting. So Lester Goodwin, right out on the outside. He made a cracking start and Lester Goodwin goes flying into that first turn. So it's now up to the rest of the field to try and catch him. He really did time that start absolutely perfectly. And he's got away from the rest of the field and he leads down the back straight. Now this is where I thought the threat was going to come from. It is Mark Detz that's in second place, but he's got a lot of ground to make up. This really has been a flying start from Lester Goodwin. It comes down past Lester Goodwin and Andrew Stevens from Mark Detz in second place. We've lost Tony Cook off into the centre green, so problems for Tony Cook. But as we watch the rest of the field, I will say it again that the only important place in this race is right out in front. It's number one because it elevates you into the A final. And Lester Goodwin's got the position at the moment. Well, he's still got a comfortable margin on Mark Detz. And he looks like maintaining it. Oh, we all keep our fingers crossed as they go down the back straight. Lester Goodwin and Andrew Stevens fly into that pit bend. They've got one more lap to go as they come past me this time. So the first of the B finals tonight, where indeed, I'll remind you that the winner gets another crack at the A final. Mark Detz can do nothing about it at the moment. There's a big gap and Lester Goodwin looks comfortable as he goes down the back straight and into that last turn. Andrew Stevens working hard there, making sure that they'll get to the line as quick as they possibly can, and they see the checkered flag, they know the prize, they've qualified for the A final. Mark Detz just misses out. Mike Reed finishes in third to him, Barry Bennett, and then Alan Morgan. The first of the big finals, the 500cc sidecar, and we see lining up first of all, and again we see the choice of this outside gate. Outfit number 21 is Nick Radley and Andy Colvin. Second choice of gate goes to outfit number 56. Wayne Reed and Clive Preston, they've taken gate 5. Third choice, 1, 2, 3, Paul Moorcock and John Cook, they take gate 4. Fourth choice, number 69, that's Scott Francis and Mark Toms. Oh, they look to be taking gate 1. No, gate 2 perhaps. Number 72 is Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. They look to have taken gate 3. And the last qualifier winning that B final, number 3, Lester Goodwin and Andrew Stevens. So a lot of hard fought qualifying. It all got very even in the point scoring as they went through the 3 heats. Lester Goodwin's had to do it the hard way. He had to get through that B final. He's won it. Andrew Stevens trying to make sure there's absolutely no loose for him to spin in off this start line. They want total grip. The top point scorers, the highest qualifiers, both deciding that these outside gates will be more advantageous. Will that come true for them? Well, as they get underway, Wayne Reed and Nick Radley have got away from the outside. So certainly that part of the gamble has paid off because Wayne Reed and Nick Radley are together as they go around that first turn, but Nick Radley makes the best of it. Down the back straight they go as they sort themselves out further down the field, but Nick Radley and Andy Colvin look to have made the best of this. It all gets slightly closer coming around that pit bend, but it is Nick Radley in second. Shaun Harvey has now got himself up into third place. So Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg in third, looking to go around the outside of Wayne Reed and Clive Preston as they go down that back straight. But still, Nick Radley and Andy Colvin keeping the pressure on, keeping out in front. Off that pit bend they come, and remember this is 6 laps. So what can Shaun Harvey do? Oh, Lester Goodwin has now started to work his way through, and Lester Goodwin sneaks into 4th place there as he goes round that pit bend. Up the back straight we go, and the front three have perhaps opened up a little bit of a gap, but Lester Goodwin is quickly closing that down. Oh, Nick Radley and Andy Goldwyn doing everything right at the moment. They kept themselves out in front. In second. So watch for that 4th place crew, because Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens are really motoring on, and I just wonder if they can do it. They've moved up, and they've got themselves up into a very close contentious 4th place there, because they're right on the back wheel of our 3rd place crew, Shaun Harvey. Well, they cut down again, and look at Lester Goodwin go through the inside of both of them. Lester Goodwin takes 2 on that bottom turn. They come back at him though, as Wayne Reed has got the faster line on the outside. It means that Lester Goodwin is still there in 3rd. Well, he's looking to have a go once again. You can see that Shaun Harvey's not happy about that as well. He's coming back. There's 1 more lap to go. And Nick Radley has got away. Wayne Reed is still there in 2nd. And there goes Lester Goodwin again. Lester Goodwin has moved up into 2nd place. Wayne Reed tries to come back at him. Shaun Harvey's gone round the outside. Shaun Harvey all the way around the outside has gone from 4th to 2nd. It's all going to be on this last turn. We know that Nick Radley and Andy Colvin have done enough, but there's a great trap going on for that 2nd place. As we see the checkered flag being made ready, Nick Radley and Andy Colvin second, and it's going to be Shaun Harvey to get 2nd place. Oh, incredible. Shaun Harvey was sitting back there in 4th place going into that 3rd lap.
So if I can call up first of all, finishing in 3rd place in the 500cc sidecars, Lester Goodwin and Andrew Stevens. Just a little bit of support there, Lester.
Idiots are in.
Is the one for the driver and one for the passenger?
There is indeed.
Which is which?
They're all the same one. Yeah.
Well done. You're trying. Fabulous race. Well done. Thank you.
Well done, right. Now I'm going to have a quick word with you, aren't I? Because, you know, when I spoke to you this morning, it was all big internationals. I said, you know, there's a lot of people tough out there to beat, but you made it hard for yourself.
Tell me about it. Yeah, we were struggling all day, and we just couldn't put the power on the ground. So for the B final, it was do or die, and it worked. So we left it for the final, but we missed the start again.
And then had some hard work to do, but eventually got through to 3rd.
Yeah, the boys were riding where I wanted to ride, so they didn't leave me a lot of room. So I had to go for the inside, and luckily it paid off. So you know, at the end of the day, we're all here, and we've had a good day.
Oh, it's been a fabulous day. Well done indeed to 3rd place finishers Lester Goodwin and Andrew Stevens. Good to see you back.
We're now standing with the 2 guys from England. They raced today with number 4. It's Lester Goodwin and Andy Stevens. They together today again. Andy, you raced this year a lot with or not?
No. I'll do to the end of the season, and then you have to find someone else.
But you have a lot of experience together.
Yeah, we do ride well together, and hopefully the bike can go well today, and hopefully we can get somewhere hopefully on the rostrum.
Lester, Ainram, it's a track I think you like. I read it on the internet, it's one of your favourites.
Yes, good track. If it stays hard and slick, it's a good track, but if we get rain, then it's a not good track. But you know, it's going to be the same for everybody, so we're just going to get on with it and do our best, and hopefully we can end up with a good result at the end of the day.
You're the first guy who speaks about rain, and maybe we have to pray or something to get the rain away. But the other guys are very, very quick. And if it rains, I look to the Formula 1 and I see then some guys. But is there a chance for you? Is it bigger with the rain or not?
Are you saying I'm not quick?
You're very quick, but when I see Kunert, he's very quick.
It's quicker, yeah. No, if the rain comes, trouble is if the rain comes, it spoils it really, because it's not racing and it's just a bit of survival, you know, and whoever's got the biggest balls really. So no, hopefully the rain will stay away and we'll end up with some good racing.
When you say, I say you're not quick, you're very quick, because you have the engines from the Dwiat racing team from Holland. How is it for an English rider to have your engines in Holland, prepared in Holland? Is it a lot of traveling, etc.?
No, as you know, we're basically half Dutch anyway. We're always in Holland, and it's no inconvenient for us, and we're always here, and there's no problems about getting engines. And we've been with Weber for a long time now, nearly 10 years, and we spent all week on the dyno, and we tested, and hopefully we've come up with something real good today.
Do you have a special engine for today?
We have something special for today, and we just hope that it pays off at the end of the day.
Thank you for this interview, and we wish you both very good luck, and hopefully we see you on the podium, because your best result was a 4th place, so 1 better, even 2.
Yeah, we'd like to be on the top 3 and just to be the first Englishman to come in the top 3, so that's our aim for today.
Good luck.
Then we go straight on. Met stap nummer 4. 4 tuning staat op de machine. En we kennen ze allemaal. Lester Goodwin en Andrew Stevens.
Come on, the race is easy.
Ja, Andy Stevens die klopt op het hoofd van Lester Goodwin en die zegt: we gaan het doen, jongen. We hebben ons ingezet op een podiumplek. We willen graag in die A-finale. Nou kun je het maken. De machine is goed. Jan Bergsma, vanmorgen nog even erin gekeken, denk ik. Jan Bergsma samen met Wiebe Bergsma, de mannen van Dia, O'Brien erbij. En dan komt het allemaal goed. Daarnaast met de blauwe cap zien we de 5. Dat is natuurlijk Shaun Harvey samen met Danny Hogg, de schoonzoon van Raz Palmer. De man die we kennen van de indoor speedway gala's. Dan hebben we de 6. Ja, ik zei het al een beetje. Outsiders. Je weet niet wat je ervan moet verwachten. Start nummer 6. Dat is Xavier Orin. Samen met David de Geminade uit Frankrijk. Uit het zuiden van Frankrijk. Dan, het hart klopt sneller hoor. De 7. William Nathalie Matthijssen. Daarna schuift aan de 8. Mark Detz met Linda Vijfschaften. Helemaal aan de buitenzijde. En dan starten die vanmorgen goed vandaan. Stefan Brandhofer met Stefan Peters. Het zijn Shaun Harvey en Danny Hogg. Dan is het Mark Detz met Linda Vijfschaften. En dan zien we de 4 van Lester Goodwin en Andy Stevens. Dan is het vast. Hou hem vast, rij hem rond, hou die machine heel en komt niet erbij. William Matthijssen. Technische problemen. Lester Goodwin. Oh my god, it's Lester Goodwin on the inside track. Dan ook naar die laatste ronde. Geen de vast zwarte kruis. William en Nathalie Matthijssen. Dan zijn het Shaun Harvey en Danny Hogg. Dan zien we Mark Detz met Linda Vijfschaften. Dan zien we de 9. Dat is natuurlijk Stefan Brandhofer en Stefan Peters. Dan hebben we de 6. Dat is de... Aan de leiding. En daar komen ze dan hoor. Start nummer 7. William en Nathalie Matthijssen. Shaun Harvey, Danny Hogg, Mark Detz, Linda Vijfschaften, Stefan Brandhofer met Stefan Peters. En dan hebben we de 6 Oranje Geminade. 12.
Showing the quality we've got here, reigning champions, former champions, all the way down the line in what is a fabulous entry for these 500 sidecars. far side. We're going the back straight for the first. Already changed your positions, and we'll try and pick them out. They go. Work his way to build up, making the best of starts. A bunch up going into that top corner for the first time. Somebody's gone wide, somebody trying to come back through on the inside line, and it is number 5, that's Ben Holstein, and Thomas Cunard trying to get through on the inside. Cunard gets on the inside of Holstein again back round the outside. These two locked together. The first and second, Cunard comes again back up the inside line. Holstein trying to recover to get back round the outside, but Cunard leads him, and Holstein in that top corner on lap number 2 and top 4, running away for the other two outfits as Cunard's gone wide. Holstein trying to find a way through on the inside, but still Cunard's raced it up, and Holstein in second place as Goodwin gone for the third. Shaun Harvey is in 4th place. Carl is in 5. That's the top 5 as they go up the back straight once again. Cunard slowly but surely is starting to pull away at the front then, but Holstein holding that second place. Up and down, looking for that 3rd place. He's fallen a long way clear to the 2 crews in this first into the 500 sidecars. It's still Thomas Cunard who leads it then from Sven Holstein holding that 2nd place. Goodwin has got the 3rd, and Harvey's definitely getting close in 4, trying to find a way through on the inside. Goodwin on the entry to that pits corner. Cunard's a long way clear to front. Holstein still holds that 2nd place. The main race is still 3rd and 4th, and you can see Shaun Harvey again. The gap is closing on Mr. Goodwin as he moves into that top corner for the full time. Cunard is going to pick up the winning ride in the first into the 500 sidecars. Holstein's going to get the 2nd place. It's going to be tight for 3rd and 4th, and it's just Goodwin ahead of Harvey, and as Cunard got machine problems as he crossed the line. 5th rider across the line is Carl Keel, and outfit number 4, Wayne Reid, finishes in 6th place. Super action in the first heat of the 500 sidecars. First clash of the afternoon of Thomas Cunard and William and Nathalie Matthijssen. It's the first time they've met so far. Sven Holstein's been in the thick of the action all the afternoon. Nick Radley picked up a good 3rd place in his ride. Shaun Harvey had major mechanical problems in his 2nd ride, so we'll wait to see what we're in for then, race number 21. William Nathalie Matthijssen made a good start. We're looking for Cunard, who has made the best of starts. He's back in Matthijssen's lead going into that top corner for the first time. They're coming under pressure there for that leading position. It is number 7, William and Nathalie Matthijssen. They then for number 5, that's Sven Holstein holding that 2nd place. Cunard's making his way through, looking that 4th place. They're really bunching again on the exit from that pits corner. But Matthijssen leading, and Holstein holding that 2nd spot then. Cunard again trying to work his way around the outside. Back to place and making a big move again round the outside of that top corner, picking up from 5th to 4th, looking for the 3rd place now. There's still Matthijssen's leading then, but Holstein in 2nd place is Radley holding the 3rd place. This one, Lester Goodwin in 4th, Cunard still back in 5. The English pairing holding back the former European champion again. He's looking for that 4th place. Up there, Nick Radley gets through in the 4th place. That's about chasing Goodwin. Has got the 4, Radley is in 5, that's the top 5 as he lost that flag out then. Outfit number 7, William and Nathalie Matthijssen again, but Sven Holstein holding the 2nd, is still Goodwin in 3rd, Cunard is in 4, Radley is in 5, that's the top 5 of the stream. Down the back straight once again, Cunard again making the move for Goodwin's 3rd place, as 1st and 2nd look to be settled. Goodwin again. Number 4, it's going to be 2 and 2 coming up then for William and Nathalie Matthijssen. They pick up another winning ride. 2nd place goes to Sven Holstein. Lester Goodwin just hangs on the 3rd. Cunard gets the 4. Radley is in 5. And again, disappointment for Shaun Harvey back in 6th place. So clash again of Thomas Cunard and William Nathalie Matthijssen. Keel, Wayne Reid, Lester Goodwin and Nick Radley, the 6 outfits for race number 29. Looks like Matthijssen's again and made a clean break, and it's Cunard who's after him as they go in the back straight for the first time. Matthijssen into the third place position, but it's the 1-2 again of Matthijssen and Cunard. They exit that top corner. Matthijssen leading for Cunard, holding that second place. It is Nick Radley who's got the third, and Wayne Reid in fourth place. That's the top four. They go in that pits corner once again. Cunard gets through on the into Matthijssen. Matthijssen's trying to come back round the outside. There's a fight between these two as they go up the back straight once again. Cunard leads him and Matthijssen again. Round the outside. Nick Radley still holds that third place. Matthijssen go wide, then cut back for the inside, but Cunard still has the advantage. Cunard leads it from Matthijssen second. It's Radley in third. Outfit number 2, Lester Goodwin is in fourth place up to top four. This Cunard now starts to pull away from Matthijssen. Radley now coming under pressure from Goodwin. That scrap for third and fourth place as they go up the back straight. Close the gap from Goodwin. Pressure with Nick Radley. Third place position. Cunard leads it from Matthijssen's holding the second place. They're moving on to 4. There's 3 lengths between the first two. Cunard leads it from Matthijssen second. It's Radley in third. Goodwin in fourth place. Goodwin again taking the wide line, trying to get around the edge of Nick Radley, who's determined to hang on to that third place. There's 2 bikes between these two. This is the main scrap for third and fourth places. This time it's still Radley. Goodwin trying to close the gap there in third place. We look at the leading 2, and Thomas Cunard gets revenge again. He gets the winning ride, but Matthijssen's pick up the second place. Nick Radley hangs on to third with Lester Goodwin in fourth place. It's Wayne Reid in 5 and Carl Keel in 6th place. So race number 9 coming into line then. Can we have the 3 lads back beyond the third road, please? You're taking pictures there. If somebody can tell them the 3 lads behind the road for your safety, please. Race number 9 could be interesting with Shaun Harvey and Lester Goodwin. Away they go, and it's Alan Morgan making a cracking start. Shaun Harvey has made the best of starts, but he's trying to work his way through on the inside, and Lester Goodwin trying to find his way through on the inside. One of his Simon Beard leads going up the back straight for the first time. Morgan's got the second. It's Goodwin and Harvey shoulder to shoulder for third and fourth, and looking Harvey diving through on the inside. Morgan to go through into second place as Simon Beard leads the first in the 500s over the first lap, and Shaun Harvey's gone really wide, and Lester Goodwin has gone through the second place as Beard leads him and Goodwin in second. It's Harvey in third, Morgan in fourth, off the top 4. Morgan is in fifth. Higgins in 6, they go up the back straight, and Shaun Harvey is on the shoulder of Simon Beard now as they hit that top corner once again. Simon Beard on the inside, Shaun Harvey goes to speed round the outside of that top corner. Simon Beard again holding the inside line, really making Shaun Harvey walk, but Shaun Harvey's got round the outside, and Lester Goodwin's trying to follow him round the outside. In fact, he cuts back to the inside as Simon Beard went too wide on the exit to that pits corner. It's Goodwin who leads it, and it's Harvey who leads it, and Goodwin in second, Beard in third. Now coming with pressure from Alan Morgan, tremendous crop for third and fourth places then, as Harvey leads him on to fourth, and Goodwin in second place. Morgan's gone wide, and Beard has retaken that third place. Morgan's in 4, Moorcock in 5, Dave Higgins in 6th place. Up to 6, they go up the back straight once again, and Lester Goodwin again trying to close the gap on Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg as they move into that top corner for the funnel time. These two pulling away from Simon Beard, who holds that third place position. It's Shaun Harvey who gets the winning right for Lester Goodwin in second place. Simon Beard gets a third, Alan Morgan in 4, Paul Moorcock in 5, Dave Higgins in 6th place. Super 500 Sidecar action in race number 9. So somebody's going to drop some crucial points in race 20, because you've got Radley, you've got Harvey, you've got Goodwin, throw in Scott Francis, Barry Bennett and Mike Reid. This is a real top heat for these 500 sidecars, and somebody could drop crucial points here, and bearing in mind every point counts today, both in the heats, the semis and the final. This race could have a real big say in who becomes 500 sidecar champion for the 2007 season. Race 20, sponsored by Kieran Radley. All hands to the takes a quick start there. Barry Bennett lifts out the start again. Shaun Harvey's made a cracking start, but Lester Goodwin's gone through on the inside, and Nick Radley's followed him through, and Nick Radley leads going at the back straight for the first time. Shaun Harvey making the move round the outside. Lester Goodwin following round the outside, but Nick Radley tucks into that second place. He's trying to get thrown into Shaun Harvey. They're through abreast upon that top corner. Radley on the inside, Harvey's in the middle, and Goodwin trying to come right round the outside. But it's Harvey who leads. They can prove the opening. But Radley in second, is Goodwin in third, France in 4, Reid in 5, Bennett in 6. That's a 6 as they stream up the back straight once again will Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg strike a psychological blow in this race, number 20. They're ahead of Nick Radley and Andy Colville in second place, with Lester Goodwin holding that third. Scott Francis tucked into fourth place. Shaun Harvey continues to lead then for Radley in second. Goodwin's definitely getting close in third. Francis coming under pressure for leading that scrap to fourth and fifth place. It's surprised to see Barry Bennett at the back, but it's a real tough heat this race, number 20. It's still Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg who lead it. Nick Radley and Andy Colvin trying to close the gap there in second place. They move on to lap 4 this time. Harvey leads it from Radley in second. It's Goodwin in third. Francis in 4. Reed is in 5. Bennett in 6. They go up the back straight. They've got equal distance between the 6 outfits, but slowly but surely Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg are starting to pull away at the front. Nick Radley consolidating that second place. Lester Goodwin cannot improve on that third place position. What a psychological blow here for Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. Nick Radley gets a second, Lester Goodwin in third, Scott Francis 4, and Mike Reed may well have just taken that fifth place, but I'll leave that one for the lap scorers. That was desperately close for fifth and sixth places, but that was an impressive win there for Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. Well, then we go into race 32, sponsored by Les Rumsey. Simon Beard is very much in contention, and he's in third place at the moment with 11 points. So Alan Morgan was way up here, and he got the second in that previous ride, so that'll keep him very much in contention. So it's absolutely wide open, this 500 Sidecar Championship here in High Easter this afternoon. So Nick Radley on the inside. We've got Keith Richard on the outside. Dean Norton is next to him. So it could be another cracking heat. Race number 32. Les Rumsey is the sponsor of this heat of the 500 sidecars. Away they go, and Nick Radley makes an absolute fly there, and then Lester Goodwin's gone with him. Simon Beard is tucked in to the third place position. They got the back straight for the first time then. It is Nick Radley leading, but Lester Goodwin in second place. Dean Norton's gone through in the third. Simon Beard is in fourth. Keith Richards in 5. Dave Higgins in 6. That's a 6. They come out of that top turn and through to complete the opening lap. Then it's still Nick Radley leading. Lester Goodwin taking a real wide line to try and get some drive to get round the edge of Nick Radley to go into that pits corner once again. It's Radley who leads it then from Goodwin in second place. It's still Norton holding the third, with Beard going through in the fourth place. Richards in 5 with Higgins in 6th place at that top turn once again. And Nick Radley seems to have a measure of Lester Goodwin at the moment. They're completing lap number 2. This will keep Nick Radley very much in contention. He's the clear leader into that pits corner, then Goodwin in second. It's Norton in third. It's still Beard in 4. Richards in 5. Higgins in 6. They go up the back straight once again. There's a good scrap start developed for the minor place. Looks if first and second could be settled as they enter that top turn on lap number 3. It's Nick Radley and Andy Colvin taking the wide line. Lester Goodwin taking a much tighter line. Another good ride by Dean Norton sees him fill that to third place position. Keith Richards going ahead of Simon Beard in that scrap for fourth and fifth place. And Lester Goodwin starts to hunt down Nick Radley as they go in that top corner. Fully follows on about 5 bites between them as they enter the top corner, and Goodwin comes to speed right round the outside of that top corner. Nick Radley goes wide to block him. Nick Radley wins it. Second is Lester Goodwin. Third place goes to Dean Norton. It's going to be tight for the minor places. They're 3 abreast for the minor places. Beard, then Richards, then Higgins. So nothing much between 4th, 5th and